Hey guys, welcome to Reddit Brew. Today, I will be reading from the r/entitledpeople subreddit, so let's jump into it. Make the kid I hit pay for my deductible. About 2 years ago, I worked at an insurance company handling auto collision claims and oversaw repairs at a particular body shop. I was coming into work on a Monday morning and already had an irate voicemail from this customer. Let's call her Karen. Karen had left a voicemail demanding that I go to the shop and inspect the damages to her 2019 Lincoln Navigator because she had to go on vacation. I already had the assignment from our claims department and was at the shop. The shop said Karen had the vehicle dropped over the weekend and had authorized repairs already. I did the inspection with the shop. Damages were around $7,000. Hood, windshield, right fender, and front bumper needed to be replaced. I figured it was a deer hit due to the impact. I called Karen back, thinking I was providing an awesome update, and told her the repairs would take about 2 weeks and that I would cover her rental through the whole time. 2 weeks? This is so inconvenient. I go on my vacation in 2 weeks, and I need this to be done on time. Are they using all OEM parts? My Navigator is brand new. I told her that the shop had already ordered parts, and that I had approved OEM parts. Good. Now the lady I spoke to about the claim said that I owe a deductible of $500. Is there any way it'll be waived because the accident wasn't my fault? Or do I have to go after the child for it? Wait. What? A child hit my brand new Navigator. Didn't you see the information on the claim? Karen then recounted for me the way the accident happened. At least, as she recalled it. Karen was on her way home from work the previous Friday when the child ran from out of nowhere and hit her brand new Navigator. Karen was adamant that she was traveling 35 miles per hour, the speed limit on that road. I told Karen that I wasn't sure if the deductible would be waived and that I'd have to check with the claims adjuster. That's fine. I have the child's information from the police report. He looked poor, and they are from the poor side of town. I'll talk to my lawyer and see if I can sue them for my deductible, but they probably don't have very much money. I hope these poor people don't try to sue me. I couldn't get off the phone fast enough with Karen and called her claims adjuster. The claims adjuster said she was trying to make contact with the parents of the kid Karen hit, that Karen's deductible wouldn't be waived, and that she was still investigating the facts of loss. I didn't want to talk to that woman anytime soon, so I asked the claims handler to call Karen and let her know. A few days later, Karen calls me again. My claims adjuster is completely useless. She won't waive my deductible, and this could really affect my vacation. That shop is completely useless. I called the shop and asked if they would waive my deductible, and they said no. Can you believe the audacity of those people? I don't want to take this cheap rental car with me on vacation. Can't you make them go faster? I checked with the shop's production manager and confirmed that the parts had arrived and hood, fender, and bumper were in paint. The shop was on track to finish on time. I told Karen. On time? What do you mean on time? I have a vacation soon, and I don't care what you or the shop or that little girl in claims says. I am getting my deductible paid by that dumb child and its filthy parents, and they'll pay me for all this stress they've caused me. Karen hung up after that, and I didn't talk to her again until the repairs were finished on her Navigator. Karen came to the shop and was demanding that her deductible be waived. Even then, I called her claims adjuster and put the claims adjuster, let's call her Mary, on the phone. Hi Karen, you do owe your full deductible of $500. While I'm on the phone with you, I wanted to let you know that the little boy's parents gave me a copy of the police report. It shows that you sped past a stopped school bus and didn't stop for the traffic arm, correct? Karen went off. She demanded Mary's supervisor's name and my supervisor's name and said that we were calling her a liar. She paid with a gold credit card for her deductible and peeled out of the parking lot. Karen almost immediately wrote reviews on Yelp and Google, calling the shop the worst experience of her life. Since her deductible wasn't waived and the staff was rude and inconsiderate, she talked to my supervisor and Mary's supervisor and and called us both incompetent. When she did the claims survey, she gave us both 1 out of 10s. I hope the kid's parents sued her for everything she's worth. I'm sorry, but what did I just read? This woman hit a child with her car, and she thinks she's the one that's been inconvenienced. I hope this woman gets thrown in prison for a very long time once the case is finalized. People like this make me sick. I indeed hope that family sues her out of the wazoo. Also, OP states in the comments that before he left the company, his access to this woman's case was restricted, but he was able to see that it was escalated. So I'm really hoping that means she got charged with something. Ugh, how absolutely disgusting. Yet another encounter with the self-appointed disabled police. My fiance suffers from a somewhat rare neurological condition called paresthesia neurologica, which is connected to traumatic nerve damage caused by not 1, but 2 car accidents. One aspect of paresthesia neurologica is that she has mobility issues and finds it difficult and extremely painful to walk more than short distances. However, like many people with a disability, her disability is not easily seen or noticed unless she is attempting to walk. As a result, we occasionally run into what I call the disability police. The most common occurrence is when I'm driving the car with her in the front passenger seat, and I park the car in a marked disabled parking spot with the disabled parking tag hanging from the car's rear view mirror, and I get out of the car. They see me easily walking around the car to open the door for her and start screaming, "You're not disabled! You can't park in that disabled person parking spot!" Particularly when we go grocery shopping, we go to supermarkets that have powered scooters so that she can ride and drive around the store while shopping. On a recent visit to our local supermarket, I did what I usually do. I parked the car, went into the store, found a scooter with a fully charged battery, got on it, and drove it out to our car so that she wouldn't have to walk from the parking lot into the store and get the cart herself. Normally this is not an issue, but this time some self-appointed disability police person saw me walk into the store and start driving the scooter out to the parking lot and starts chasing after me screaming, "You're not disabled! I saw you walk into the store without any problem!" And then screams, "Thief! Thief!" and that she was going to call the police. Knowing how things are in our little Cape Cod, Massachusetts town, I just decided to park the scooter next to our car and told my fiance to stay in the car. A police car pulled up and Miss Disability Police Woman starts telling the officer that I was not disabled and had taken one of the scooters for disabled people and was attempting to steal it. The officer came over to our car and then said, "Hi OP," looks into the car and says, "Hi OP's fiance. By the way, OP's fiance, thanks for the cookies you baked and brought over to the police station last week. We really loved them." Miss Disability Police Woman's mouth dropped open, and when the police officer helped my fiance out of the car and onto the scooter, it looked like she wanted to crawl into a hole somewhere and hide. The police officer then turned to her and in a voice a parent might use on a misbehaving, bratty child said, "Miss, I suggest you go somewhere else. Mind your own business and stop harassing my friends." She scurried off, got in her car, and left. My fiance loves to bake and cook and often bakes cookies and brownies and drops them off at the local police station and at the local firehouse for firemen. She doesn't consider it a bribe, but considers it just being a good neighbor and realizes that our local police and firemen don't get paid a big salary or get properly appreciated. Same thing keeps happening with my granny-in-law. People would claim that this 80-year-old didn't need her chair. She still shows them her missing leg and asks if they want to touch her stump to see if it's real. So many awesome people. Kudos to Granny, kudos to that police officer, and to OP's wife. They should all form an anti-Karen Justice League. But in all seriousness, do you know what really grinds my gears? Disability police. Who do you think you are that you think that you are responsible for deeming whether or not somebody has a disability? Because a lot of disabilities are invisible. In fact, most of them are. So, unless someone is blatantly misusing things for disabled people, like it's very apparent, such as a rowdy teenager goofing off on a mobility scooter, or some D-bag in a lifted truck parking in a handicap space with no tag, just mind your own business, okay, Karen? Actually, you know what? Just mind your own business regardless. Great googly moogly. But anyways, that is all from me today. I hope you enjoyed those entitled people stories. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I truly appreciate when you do, and I will see you in the next Reddit story. Bye!